Hello everyone, welcome back to Mandarin with Karen. Today we're going to talk about Chinese names and some interesting stories behind it. If you're looking for a Chinese name for yourself, stay tuned to this video. We're also going to tell you some of the words that you don't want to use in your name. So without further ado, let's get started. First and foremost, some basic knowledge of Chinese names. The structure of the Chinese name is the last name followed by a given name. So, for example, Jet Li's Chinese name is Li Lianjie. Li is the last name. Lianjie is the given name. Lian has two meanings. The first meaning is connection, link. The second meaning is continuous. Jie means outstanding or distinguished. So if you want to say someone is very outstanding, you use the word 杰 in Chinese. In the English name structure, however, it's the first name followed by the middle name followed by the last name. For example, if a person's full name is Christopher Robert Evans, Christopher is the first name, Robert is the middle name, and Evans is the last name. You can omit the middle name and call him as Christopher Evans or Chris Evans. But in the Chinese culture, we don't usually omit any words in the name, because if you do so, you could change the meaning of the entire name. The second point I want to share is that it's not in Chinese culture to name our children after a family member's name, such as Robert Downey Jr. Part of the reason is because we think every person's name should be unique, especially our own children's name. So no matter how much we respect a family member, we want our children's name to be different and unique. The third point I want to make is that we don't have a whole lot of religious or biblical names. We also don't tend to name our children after famous people in the history. For example, everyone knows who Sun Tzu is. He was a great general, he was a war strategist, he was the author of The Art of War, and he was a philosopher as well. But in the modern generation, we don't name our children after Sun Tzu. The Art of War is such a phenomenal book, and I have great respect towards the author. I decided to name you after him. I'm gonna call you Yang Sunzi. Next, I'm gonna walk you through some interesting histories and stories behind each generation's names since 1950s. Sometimes you'll be able to guess a person's age just by looking at their names. The signature names for the people who were born in the year of 1949 and the following 10 years are 建国, 国庆, 国强. The meanings of these names are to commemorate the founding of the People's Republic of China in the year of 1949. 建国, 建 means to build. 国 means country. 国庆, 国 is a country. 庆 means to celebrate, celebration. 国强, 国 is a country. 强 means strong, which is to wish a strong country. Even decades after 1949, there are still many people in China named their children after these words. For example, there is a very famous singer called Cai Guoqing, who's very good at sending wishes. Other popular names between the 1960s and 1970s are Wei Guo, Wei Dong, Chao Ying. Wei, usually used together with Bao. Bao Wei means protection. Guo means country. So together, Wei Guo means protecting the country. Wei Dong, again, Wei means protection. Dong means the east. So together, Wei Dong means protect the east. Chao Ying is usually a girl's name. Chao means super. Ying means hero. So Chao Ying literally means superhero. All these names are connected with the historical events happened during that period of time. In the 70s and 80s, people start to separate their children's name with the major events and start to put more focus on children themselves. Parents want their children to be brilliant, to be brave, strong, great, and hardworking. For example, one of my teachers who was born in the early 70s was given the name of 雪梅. 雪 means snow. 梅 means plum, plum tree. Similar names for boys will be 雪松. Again, 雪 means snow, song means pine, pine tree. So the parents want their children to be as beautiful and strong, just like the plum tree, who can even blossom during the winter. Another interesting phenomenon happened in the late 70s and early 80s are the usage of one single given name. So instead of giving your children two-character names, such as 魏国, parents like to give their children meaningful one single character given name. So the popular boys' names used during the 80s are 伟, 勇, 杰. 伟 means 伟大, it means great. For example, he's a great scientist. 他是一名伟大的科学家。伟。勇 means 勇敢, it means brave. 杰 means 杰出, it means brilliant, outstanding. The popular names used for girls are 方, 丽, 娟. 芳 means 芬芳, 芳香, it means fragrant or something has great aroma. 丽 means 美丽, it simply means beautiful, pretty. 娟 means something graceful or delicate. And because people like to use those popular single given names, there were so many people in China at that point of time had exactly the same names. For example, there were around 300,000 people called Zhang Wei at that point of time, and there were 290,000 people called Wang Wei, and 277,000 people called Wang Fang. Come to the 90s and early 2000s, there was a further distance between children's name and major events. Parents really want their children's name to be meaningful and graceful with a little romantic element in it. There was also a return of double character given names. Popular names for girls are 心怡, 晨曦, 可心. 心 means happy. 怡 means delightful. If you put these two characters together, it gives you a feeling of delightful and optimistic girl. 晨曦, 晨 means morning. 晨曦, it literally means the first glimmer of sun in the morning, which literally means dawn. It could be that the child was born during that point of time, or it could also be a symbol of hope, just like the morning sun. 可心, 可 means very, or 可爱 means lovely. 心 means fragrant, something has great aroma. Again, if you put these two characters together, it gives you a feeling of a delightful and lovely young lady. Common names used for boys are 子轩, 浩宇, 俊杰. 子轩, 子 is a term that used to describe a very respectful person in the olden days, such as 孙子, 孟子, 老子. If you put these two words together, 子轩, you can imagine someone who is very well educated, sophisticated, and has great temperament. 浩宇, 浩 is used to describe big river, vast ocean. 宇 means universe. If you put these two words together, you can imagine someone who has a big heart, always well behaved, and someone who always have elegant demeanor. 俊杰, 俊 means handsome, elegant. 杰 means brilliant, outstanding. If you put these two words together, you can imagine a brilliant, smart, and handsome young man. There are more popular names in recent years, and here is the list of popular Chinese given names used after 2010. I hope you liked this video. Click the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye! 再见!